Wilson says he opened doors for black quarterbacks. Wow. Anyway, Russ became the second black quarterback to win the Lombardi. Normally, the second person to do something doesn't get the credit that the first person did, but we'll talk about that. Russell said it marked the shift in perception of black men in his position. Damn, so much for what Doug Williams did. Okay, but anyway, Shaq Harris, Joseph, okay, Marlon Briscoe. But anyway, for me, able to go to back-to-back Super Bowls and win one of them, I think it opened a lot of doors. Wow. Now you see guys like Patrick Mahomes who's won it, and it's really just us so far. But there's more to come. What I love to see is guys getting drafted early, and a lot of teams these days have black quarterbacks playing for them. I think one of the biggest blessings of my career so far is I've been fortunate to be able to open doors for others. Hold on.
Man. So Shannon Sharpe is getting called out for jumping a gun on Russell Wilson. Apparently, Russell Wilson was quoted out of context, and Russell Wilson had to come out and check what Shannon Sharpe and Ocho was saying about him on Nightcap. So I would like to highlight what they said first. Then I'll come back and show you guys what Russell Wilson had to say in response to that. And then I'll come back and highlight Shannon Sharpe and Ocho responding back to Russell Wilson, clarifying his black quarterback comments. So with that being said, guys, be sure to hit that like button if you support my YouTube channel. That really does help if you're new around here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Let's check out this clip right here. Here's the video.
So what role did Doug Williams play?
Yeah.
The first African-American quarterback to actually get to and win the Super Bowl and won the MVP. So what about Shaq Harris? What about Joe Gilliam? So what did Marlon Briscoe do?
Right.
Shaq Harris. So what about Steve McNair? They opened no doors. Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick. So they opened no doors. It was you.
Yeah. I think, you know what, he is a part of it. He is a part of it, especially in the modern day era of the game of football. You know, you got to think, we got people in the chat. Some people, we have a younger generation.
Hold on, Ocho, let me, I don't want to cut you off. For me to be able to go to back-to-back Super Bowls and win one of them, I think I opened up a lot of doors.
You have to.
He said, where, hold on. He said a part of. That's not what he said. That's what you said. Let's take him. No. I don't want you to add anything. I don't want you to take anything out. Let's take him at what he said.
Yes, sir.
Oh, when I talk Nightcap, I created this, Ocho. Hey, you ain't got no part of this, Ocho. I did this with Nightcap. Huh?
Hey, I get what you're saying.
So
he could have said we. He could have said we in that case as far as the team that he was a part of.
I'm just trying to help me out. So what role did Doug Williams play? What role did that play?
Right. I think more so for Russell's sake, he was speaking on behalf of the modern day era, younger kids, younger generation, the generation that probably won't know about the Doug Williams or the other individuals that the Steve McNairs and the other quarterbacks that you named that were black that have won. The kids in today's era might not recognize or know about them. So in a sense, I think Russell Wilson would be speaking on behalf of his era and the era of younger generation kids that are playing right now as far as the doors that he opened from the quarterback position.
Okay, that's what Shannon Sharpe and Ocho had to say. Russell Wilson took to Twitter and he had to clear the air, and he had said this. He said, "Let's start building each other up. The evolution of black quarterbacks in the NFL has been one of the coolest experiences in my life to be a part of. Full context is always important. Grateful for those before me, those with me, and those after. God is good." And Russell Wilson also uploaded 2 images of articles that put everything into full context of what he said. Doug Williams, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, and Michael Vick all dominated the field at one point. Fact that Wilson recognizes and respects. "I think about those guys before me," he says, "but when I came into the league, there were only a few of us. It was Cam Newton, RG3, Colin Kaepernick, myself, and a couple others." The second picture Russell Wilson had put out is a quote saying that, "Now you see guys like Patrick Mahomes who won it. It's really just us so far, but there's more to come." The emergence of quarterbacks like Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and CJ Stroud, to name a few, is indicative of what a new era in football and a glimpse into what the sport is trending toward. What I love to see is guys getting drafted early, and that a lot of these teams these days have black quarterbacks playing for them. I think one of the biggest blessings of my career so far is that I've been fortunate to been able to open up doors for others because of what others did for me. So that's Russell Wilson putting out everything into full context. So yeah, man, I would like to highlight Shannon Sharpe and Ocho's response to that, because they responded to Russell Wilson putting out that tweet, clearing the air and putting everything into full context. So let's highlight what Shannon Sharpe and Ocho said in response. Here's a video.
Now you see guys like Patrick Mahomes. Huh? He didn't highlight that part now. See, you notice, Ocho, he didn't highlight for me to be able to go back to back and win one of them. I think it opened a lot of doors. That's not what he highlighted.
Right.
I need you to highlight what you said. Not what I can't highlight what Ocho said. Oh, this That's what Ocho said. Shannon, what did you say?
Yes, sir.
You can't highlight what I said. What did you say? Oh man, you know what? Hey, you ain't gonna talk about all the receivers that came before Ocho. Like when I came into the league, wasn't nobody really running no routes, but like me, maybe Jimmy Smith. So you gonna forget about Sterling Sharpe. You forget all Flipper Anderson, Aaron Cox. You gonna forget about all the other guys that were route runners and just highlight your era. So in other words, and this is what irks me a lot about this generation. If it didn't happen, if they didn't see it, it didn't happen. If it's not on the internet where you could just go, it didn't happen. And so, so he heard what we said, obviously.
Right.
I'm glad. If he didn't hear it, and that's the thing, if he didn't hear it, somebody that's close to him did hear it. I'm happy that more people that our color getting an opportunity to play that position. This is what irks me a lot about this generation. If it didn't happen, if they didn't see it, it didn't happen. I'm happy that more people that our color getting an opportunity to play that position.
Context always matters. He also said the fact that he respects those that have played the game that came before him, the players that have the voices like we do. And our voices matter because they're very powerful.
If we were attacking him personally, we said we don't like what he's doing. We don't like that he putting everything on social media. I don't think you or I have ever done that.
No.
I could have went deeper, but then I felt personally, now I'm piling on. But the one thing fans know about me, when I speak to something in Denver, I speak to something in Baltimore. My word is better than Bitcoin when I talk to you about those two franchises. Nightcap wish Russ the best.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets back to being the Russell Wilson that we knew we loved when he was in Seattle.
So yeah, that's what Shannon Sharpe had to say into response to everything, man. I would love for you guys to get in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that like button if you made it this far in the video. Hit that subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. Catch you guys on the next video, and we out, guys. Peace.